This is Gerald to us. When we could describe words as formulas, it's a bit the same as making recipes. So for this case, in this word which I will demonstrate, where I have my theory here at the right, I will also ask some advice from our chef of today, which is Chef Gerry, who will create for you a recipe created from letters. And this recipe will be crème or cream. Okay, here the word for Chef Gerry. Okay, hello Chef Gerry, I will talk for you because you're not moving so well. You're just watching it over. So, okay, let's go and I will pronounce it for you. So let's have a recipe with letters today. The recipe of today will create crème or cream, both of them with a slight difference. Chef Gerry will have a focus on the plate where there is an object of or a material, and he will choose out letters, and with these letters he will create the recipe. The recipe will be the word crème or cream. The first letter that I will choose is of course the letter C. Letter C, where is it in my system? You can read it. I have 3 points at the border, at the edges, so I will focus at the edges of my plate or my material. And what does it mean when I have a recipe and I am a cook or a chef, let's say, sorry, a chef which want to cook or bake or whatever? When I want to have a recipe, I focus on the material. When I focus on the edges, when I focus really, how is it here? I focus actually on the consistency. So that is my first focus, my consistency. So I check the consistency. This will be my main attention in my recipe. C, focus on the edges, the material, the consistency. This will be combined with R. R in my system, you can read, it is about material which has a focus in a framed focus which looks for a certain pattern to use. This pattern can be used anywhere in the same way. It's at the borders, you see here at the borders, so I will go to the borders. I will have my frame. This frame is going from outside to inside. It will bow itself to the material. It will go to the material. There is a reason why this is this bow. This is from the outside and going inside. It's trying to look for feedback, trying to collect material. And how is it going to do that? Trying to collect material at the borders. It will move via the 3 points, via the material, via the consistency. It will move towards the material from a process which is called feedback. Feedback, I want feedback, I give attention to feedback, not attention to what do I want. No, I have to look for what is it giving back to me. When I do something, something will go back, and this is the feedback. The feedback will be created by giving my attention in R. After attention to the borders, I will give it attention to find the material, look for material, try to have the material in, try to have it via feedback. Here I have Chef Gerry will say I will find feedback in 3 points, and this will have to be one goal. So one goal too, so there has to be a cooperation. See also cooperation between these borders. I will also still find a cooperation by looking for the right material in feedback. So that makes it that I want to have a consistency. I go from one point to the other. I will go and have this movement which I have here. I have it at the borders. I will have to try to keep it consistent. And there is a tool for it, for the recipe, to have it from one border to the next, and that I will make my consistency and have the material in feedback in. There is this tool, this is the whisk. This is the whisk. We can go to the borders, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And by this 1, 2, 3 movement, we also have already the movement not only of the borders, but also of this rolling movement. I have this attention to the borders and I repeat this movement. R is about repetition. There is a pattern and I will repeat this pattern. So I'll repeat this pattern 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. With my whisk, I will repeat my movement at the borders. I'll keep my attention and I'll keep my attention to feedback. What will be the effect that I'm looking for will be the next letter, which will be the E. The E is related in my scheme with time. It is about time. It is about timing, so I have to time it. In the meanwhile, I look at the feedback. There has to be some effect, but I give it time. I give it time. And I will give it time so that my feedback will create the next ingredient in my word. The next ingredient will be the next letter, of course. What will be the next letter? So the next letter, of course, but except time, it will also be, I take something out of time. The A is in the middle. It will take out something. After a while, I have a time process, and after a while, I want to have one ingredient. This ingredient is already waiting for the right moment, the right moment where I will say, here is the highlight of my thing. Here I will create the thing. So the last letter will be the final product of my whole process that I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The time is important. After a time, you will have a highlight, and this highlight will show something. What will show itself? What will be the effect? And where will it show itself? Where exactly can I notice? I notice it with the last letter, which is the M. It will show itself into the extension of the material. The M is in my scheme at where everything is forming. In the first 9 letters, it's about formation process. At the borders, M, during the formation in the borders, that's M, where the material will be visible. And also 3 parts. In these 3 parts, there will come out material which is forming itself. Almost the same thing, but I will notice that in these borders there will be a consistency again. A consistency of something that will come out. It shows itself in the extended consistency from this product. This will be the crème. I almost have the crème. And now I have a choose. I am a chef. I can choose between 2 words. The chef of the words. I have crème. I have cream. Now, I will take first the crème. The A will again say, okay, there is a time where I say I can use this. I can use it for something else. The cream has the A. It will add an A in it. A will say I have an extra attention to the material. So that is actually a focus on the material itself. Cream is the material itself. Crème wants to say it is a standard term which actually says I have this material and look at the material. This is the material I use. This is my product. Cream is something else. I take it out. I can use it for something. I can use it to put on my face. That's also crème. Or can use it for a recipe, the French recipe, preferably. That is better. It is more refined. I look at the detail. It's better. Chef Gerry says crème when I want to use it for different purposes. With the E, it is the crème, de la crème, to use, while the cream is just a material. I hope these two words were more uh, clear for you, and you can also create this recipe yourself at home if you want. Books to prepare you without much recipe, but with some ideas how to go to visit the places where you can have all the kinds of results with words. Also in the past, into this experiment. Sound Informed website, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. Thanks again. Bye.